Generic greetings and welcome to Preview plus Zafehouse Diaries, a tactical game of survival, planning, resource management and problem solving. At least that's how the game's built anyway. In the simplest of terms, it's actually about survival. You have to survive long enough in order to be rescued by the helicopter. There's just one teeny weeny little problem with that. You have no idea when and where the helicopter will arrive, and that is probably your main objective. Well, it is your main objective, and it's something you really have to keep you have to really keep that in your mind, that your objective is to survive, but also to find these clues out and find out exactly when and where the helicopter will arrive in order to be rescued. If I just go to the other screen for a moment, we can see I have one note here. A chopper is on the way to the designated evac point. Be there at the designated time and contact us on the standard frequency. This is our last stop. If you miss us, then there's no one left to come get you. Hope you've still got your radio. Now, just to point out, I have no idea what A, the designated evac point is, B, what the designated time is, C, what the standard frequency is, and D, if I knew the standard frequency, I don't have a radio to use it. So I have to collect all of these pieces of information and equipment in order to get rescued by the helicopter. But the problem is I have to survive all that because we're in a sort of zombie apocalypse. Which, that's one thing I'll point out now. This game is not about zombies, okay? I see it as, it just happens to have zombies in it. It's about survival and tactics and that sort of thing. And again, planning, resource management, problem solving, etc, etc. It's not really about zombies. Zombies are more of like an analog for something you have to survive against something. They could have made it, 6-foot killer chickens made of marzipan painted purple. It didn't really matter what the thing you had to survive was, but, zombies works just as good as anything. At least that's my take on it anyway. This is our main screen. This is our diary. As you can see, it says Tuesday, July the 2nd, 6 AM. House 6, Chestnut Place. There we are, little suburban home. It's actually quite nice. We made it. Among our fragile group, we have a mechanic, a firefighter, a police officer, a priest, and a musician. We arrived with a weapon, a few tools, some food, and no medical supplies. The 5 of us are wary of each other. Linda isn't adjusting well to the group, but Tara might be able to hold everybody together. We found a note saying that a rescue operation was underway and a chopper will arrive soon, but we don't know where or when, as I pointed out earlier. We should scour the town and discover as much information as possible. An address was scrawled on the back of the note, 9 Bison Place. It might be worth investigating. So this is how the game is actually told. When you end the turn, you could call it. Basically, you see the stopwatch here, you can actually, or the watch, you can click on that and it will go through an hour. And then it will tell you what happened in that hour. And it tells your story via this diary. And I really like that. It's actually really, really good. You get like a really good story going with it. But anyway, yes, you have to scour the town. Let's have a quick look at the town. Now, it's worth pointing out now that this town, it doesn't really matter if I'm showing you this because this town is dynamically generated or randomly generated at the start of each game. It's sort of roguelike in that way. But this entire town, all of the buildings, all of the locations, as well as your 5 survivors on the bottom here are all randomly generated, so you never really know what you're going to get at each outing, which is quite good. It'll add immediately a lot of replayability on that. And anyway, yes, this is our survivors. Oh, just one thing before we begin. The game is quite difficult. I'll point that out for you now. I've played this for about 2 or 3 hours, and as of yet, I have come absolutely nowhere close to being, rescued. I've got my ass eaten every single time. In fact, 5 asses eaten every single time. Like I say, it is actually quite difficult, but not in a bad way. You are rewarded for doing things right, but you are really punished if you mess things up. And it is actually, it is a very tactical and a thinking man and woman's game. So if you're up for the, smashing through buildings, blowing people to shreds, that sort of thing with a shotgun, ripping people's heads off, etc., etc., then you probably need not apply. It does include that sort of thing, but it is about survival. It's not about, wrecking zombies and shooting 30,000 of them with a machine gun. Although I guess that could happen at some point. It's probably not going to go well. Anyway, let's just take a look at our survivors. We have Linda M, Adrian B, Tara K, Scott P, and Dennis F. If I just right-click on any of the portraits, it flips the portraits over and it shows you their age, their profession. So we have mechanic, firefighter, police officer, priest, and musician. It also shows their sort of status, so these are rested. But obviously, as time goes on, they will become unrested, they'll become tired, they'll become hungry, they'll become starving, they'll become dead. That sort of thing. Now, if I just click on one of them, we get this really weird grid up like this. It is quite weird, and I'll explain it as best I can. I say the game is actually quite complex. You have to manage not only your survival and your items, all of your equipment, etc., but also the relationship between these 5 characters. Now, when it's green, green's generally, well, green is good. Obviously, light green is quite good. So we can see this is Dennis, and we have his biography here. We see Dennis Foster, musician, age 22. We'll just have a quick read of his biography. Dennis was a musician. He is 22, straight, uneducated, and comes from a middle-class background. He's fit and strong, artistic and creative, and is most useful creating a distraction. He claims he isn't racist. He just doesn't like the look of Scott. So we can see these lines here. The biography will give you an inkling into their needs, their wants, their likes, their dislikes, and their skills. This bit here where it says fit and strong, artistic and creative, that's more of their skills. This bit here, this is one we need to keep an eye on at the moment. He claims he isn't racist. He just doesn't look like the look of Scott. We can see these green lines going between Dennis F and Tara K, and also Dennis F and Adrian B. We can see that they are green lines, and that's good. It means he's got a strong relationship with them. He doesn't have really any beef against them, doesn't really, he doesn't like them, he doesn't not like them, and that sort of thing. So they generally have a strong relationship. However, we've got some lines here that are in the orange, and it's arrows pointing towards Scott. This means he doesn't really like Scott. His relationship with him is not great. We also have a line coming towards him. As you can see, Linda M's has got like a yellow line coming towards Dennis. Now, if I just click on Scott for a moment, we just read Scott. Scott Price, a priest, age 31. Scott was a priest, 31, straight, has a university education, and comes from a wealthy background. He is experienced and stable, socially orientated, but is not especially useful at anything. I was going to make a priest joke there, but I'll refrain from that. He claims he isn't racist. He just doesn't like the look of Adrian. So he doesn't like the look of Adrian. So we can see there's lines going towards Adrian now. We can see that he has a fair enough relationship with Tara. Doesn't really, these lines here, you can see they are the arrows going towards him. It's not mutual, the hatred. I say hatred, the dislike. It's not really a hatred at this particular moment, but it can be. The dislike isn't mutual. It's more coming towards him, whereas he just doesn't like Adrian. Let's click on Adrian. He's a firefighter. He's age 25, straight, has a high school education, comes from a poor background. This is the bit we need to look at as well here. He's experienced and stable, practical, realistic, most useful at sniping zombies, treating injuries, preparing a meal, watching for zombies, cleaning up corpses, patrolling outside, barricading entrances, creating a distraction, repairing a vehicle, modifying items, searching a location, and making traps. He's quite useful in the group. However, he doesn't like gay people. We can see that there is a line, this like sort of, sort of hexagon pattern? Going between him and Linda. Now he doesn't like gay people. I'm guessing that Linda's gay. Linda is mechanic, 21, gay, uneducated, and comes from a poor background. So Adrian doesn't like Linda because of her sexual orientation. However, if we just look here, she's uncomfortable around men. That's why this is a diamond, because there's something that they don't like about each other. You can see this is actually getting quite complicated now, because we need to manage all of the different needs, wants, prejudices, etc. of all of these people, and it really only gets worse over time. Or technically that's not true. You can make it better. There is things you can do in game to make it better, share a drink, make meals, etc. But in general it is quite difficult, because you are in a survival situation after all, when tensions are high, and it's built so that, that it is quite difficult to mess these around. Now this is something you really have to keep an eye on, because when you do certain actions, you don't really want to put, for example, Linda and Adrian working together if you can avoid it, because they don't like each other. She doesn't like men, he's a bloke, and he doesn't like her because she's a lesbian. They don't like each other, right? That's the case. However, if you put Tara K and Adrian B together, they've got a nice line. They'll probably work well together, and they won't stab each other. So this is something you really have to keep an eye on. Anyway, let's close that down, and we'll look at our map. We've got a clipboard here, and if you can see, this is the building we're currently in. We have several little icons. What's that? Well, that's like a washer. That's like a small coin, probably a penny. That's, what, a bottle cap of some kind, maybe? Or a milk bottle top? I think it's a bottle cap. That's a plectrum, and that's just a stone, I think. That's the location of these people. You can see that there's actually the symbols above them as well. And this area here, this one that's red, that's the bit I'm actually clicked on, and that's our house. This is where we currently are. So we have a certain number of things here that I'll explain as best I can. So it says unsecured. If I just click on it, we can see that the house, this is our house security report. It says 12 unsecured. That means there's like 12 doors or windows that are currently unsecured. There's also secured, which is 0 because we haven't secured anything. Basically, once you start barricading things up, it becomes secured, and then you can also make them fortified. So, you know, you can make it better and better. Searched is 34%. So we haven't searched all of the rooms yet. We need to search more in here to find more things. Zombies inside, 0. That's pretty much par for the course when you start the game. I've never started a game and there be zombies inside the house that you start on. I don't think that. I think it's something that you just start in a room that isn't got zombies. It doesn't have zombies in, because it would be terrible if you did. And there's no corpses. Lindra, Adrian, Tara, Scott, and Dennis are idle because I haven't assigned them any orders. Orders I'll come to in a moment. If we go to supplies, we can see all of the supplies in our... I was going to say inventory, but that's not true. It's in the current location. Because when you move locations, you have to pick what you move. Anyway, we have combat gear. We have 8 9mm rounds and a handgun, assuming that obviously that's a 9mm handgun. Yes, it is. When you mouse over each one, it will tell you their sort of applicable data. So the 9mm round, it weighs 0.05 and used in handguns. If we mouse over the handgun, we can see it's weight 1, it's a target of single, and then we have a certain number of stars. Now, the stars appear in several parts of the game. They give you an effectiveness. 5 is the best, and then it goes 4, 3, 2, and then 1. You want to be... 3 is middle ground, so if we look at this, it's close combat, it's 3, so it's not bad, or it's not really good, it's not really bad. Assault is the same. Sniping, it's absolutely rubbish at. Well, it's a handgun after all. Ease, it's actually 5 stars because, you know, it's easy just to, you know, pull a trigger and, you know, make some zombie sidewalk meat. And its quietness is 3, so it's not very loud, it's not a hand cannon, but then again, it's not exactly a blowpipe either. We have some tools. We have 8 pieces of scrap, which, as you can see, it's used in modifying and trap making. We have a bar of soap, which is showering. We can see 5 stars, again, because you have to keep people washed and look after. We have a butter knife, which is good for cooking. Quietness, you know, because you can shiv someone, stick a fool and all that. Close combat and assault. Just one in assault. You probably don't want to be assaulting a zombie with a butter knife, but, you know, better than nothing, I guess. A can of gasoline. Start a bonfire to attract zombies from all over town. That is actually really useful sometimes, although it's pretty much a death sentence for the person who sets it off. And we got a frying pan, which is good for cooking. Quietness. Although, no, why is quietness in 5? I'm sure every time you hit someone with a frying pan, and anyway. Close combat is 2, assault 1. We have no medicines. We have 3 cooking ingredients, which is good for nourishment because you can actually cook things and make them into food. And we have 3 snacks. So there's our supplies. So as I said, game's about survival. We need to survive. In order to do that, we need to search these houses. We need to make sure people are fed. We need to make sure they are, you know, they've got enough to survive against zombie hordes and charging into the room, etc. So we need to start thinking about what orders we're going to give. Like, say, it runs on a turn-by-turn basis, and it's 1 hour per turn. So we need to look at our orders here. These are all the orders in the game, as far as I'm aware. Some of them are grayed out because, you know, it allows us to do certain things, but some of them are grayed out because we either don't have that option for various reasons, like we don't have the supplies, or because we can't do it, etc. Like leave town. Repair vehicle, I believe, is for the other sort of mission. There's sort of 2 missions-esque. This is the standard one. There's also another one called Roadkill or Roadhog, something like that. Basically, this one is in a timer. You have to find the chopper and find the clues. The other one is actually pretty much the same thing, but you have to repair a car and get out. So it's a similar sort of concept, but you have to repair a car and get out. But there's no time frame to that, as far as I'm aware. But anyway, I digress for a moment. So we need to give these guys orders. So what should we do? Well, for a start, we want to search the house, don't we? Because we've only got a 43% searched. We could have lots of supplies that we're just waiting to find. So if we got a search location, we can click on that. you can actually left click on it and we get little stars here. This shows us what the effectiveness of each person is at doing that particular order. So Adrian has got 3 stars, Linda 3 stars, Tara 3 stars, Dennis 2, Scott 1. Scott is useless at searching. Don't do it. You click assign all available, put them all on, but let's just put Adrian on it. Now, it's search for anything useful, and Adrian's going to do it. I can click on the anything useful and change it to weapons and ammo, medical supplies, food and ingredients, tools and scrap. I'm going to click food and ingredients because I think we should find a lot of... I'm looking for food in particular because, you know, hunger is something you really have to keep an eye on. Now, we can also assign another person to that as well. If we just click on here, we can assign different people. Now, we can still see we've got Linda, Tara, Dennis, and Scott available, but we have these little symbols. Now, this shows you the sort of relationship between them. So, him and Tara get on, him and Dennis get on. However, him and Scott, not so much, and certainly not Linda, because Linda obviously doesn't like men. And I believe Adrian is the one that doesn't like gay people. Yes, there, doesn't like gay people. So we will assign Tara to search as well. There we go. The stars here, these stars are determined by their biography and these traits here. So she experienced stable, practical, realistic, most useful at sniping zombies. That's Tara. If I click on... See, Tara's got 3 stars on searching, but if I just cancel her off that for a moment, by right-clicking and go to snipe zombies, I can put Tara on there. We've got 3 stars as well, but Scott's only got 1. Barricade, Linda's on 3. Distraction by making noise. Dennis, the musician, I believe, is 5 stars. Yep, is Dennis the musician? He's got 5 stars, and he's the musician. So yeah, it even says there, strong, artistic and creative, and is most useful for creating a distraction. So you can see what you have to do here. You have to really assign people that work together and make sure we get the best people for the right job. So I'm going to have at least 2 people searching. I'm going to have Linda watching out. Linda's got 4 stars for watching out for zombies. I'm going to have her on watch so she keeps an eye out for zombies. The thing is, if you don't have to do any of these. If you just leave them to do their own thing, they will wander around and do... idle actions and, you know, maybe find something or wander around, see zombies, etc. But it's more efficient to give them orders most of the time anyway. Sometimes you want to give them a little bit of downtime. But, yeah, doing all these things like watching out for zombies, it'll give you a better clue on exactly what's going on. Because one of the things that this game is... I was going to say bad at, but it's not really the game's fault. It's more of how you play it, is that it doesn't give you all the information on a plate. You have to find these things out. It's not just going to go, oh, there's like 57 zombies around you. You will have to look for zombies, and if you see them, it will tell you that many. But there might be some missing that you don't see because of whatever reason, like it being dark or, you know, just because the game decides that, you know, you haven't spotted them all, etc. It's some people might not like the fact that it does that, but you know, it's difficult. It's a survival game, and it is difficult. But anyway, I think it's obviously supposed to be like that. Let's we've got a couple other people we need to deal. Scott and Dennis are idle, so I'm going to put. I was going to modify an item, but both of them are useless at it. Make regular traps, both of them are useless. Create a distraction, I don't want to do that. Barricade entrances, both of them are useless. Patrol outside, they're pretty much useless. They're all pretty much useless. Oh, prepare a meal. Let's put Scott on prepare a meal. And what's Dennis? Dennis, you are really useless, aren't you? Let's put Dennis into search location just to get them all working together. So Adrian, Tara, and Dennis. Let's have a quick look. Adrian, there. Tara, there, and Dennis. Look, you see, we've all got green lines between them. Now, hopefully, if this goes well, they might actually increase their relationship because they've worked well together. Anyway, so that's all that's set. We've got all of our orders done. I think we will end the turn. We'll click on the stopwatch. Turn will end. So, there we go. Turn 1. Adrian found a radio in the 3rd room. If we have the right frequency, we can use this to contact the rescue team, and when we get to the evac point, Linda, Dennis, Adrian, Tara, and Scott are getting along better after the discovery. So they've now increased their relationship, I'm betting, when I look at that. We found 5 cooking ingredients, 4 snacks in the kitchen. Excellent. We found a chess set, a deck of playing cards, and 5 snacks in the living room. And Scott's prepared a meal. Adrian notes there was only 1 shower in the house. Half the rooms in the house have now been searched. Excellent. If we just go to our screen on the left, there's our radio. So if I just mash in, you know, where's the one that contacts, where's the helicopter button? That one. I want a button that has a shape of a helicopter, and I want to press that, and I want to get rescued. But anyway, the good start. The first building we've searched, well, the first building we've started in, we found a radio. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. I like that. Okay, good. So we can see that these are still on their original orders. They'll stay on their orders until we tell them not to. So if I just go to relationship for a moment, yes, look at that. The relationship has been strengthened between these. So Linda, for example, is pretty much likes everybody. And we can see there's all, you know, happiness between them all. They're all a little bit happier because obviously they've just found the radio, which is a good thing. But if someone, for example, you know, starts getting hungry, the relationship will go down. There might be fights. I'm sure we will encounter that. There's a thing you can do to, obviously we've just seen we found a radio and our relationship increased, but there's things we can do, or one thing we can do in particular, that can improve these. It can also really you know, degrade them as well, these relationships, is that you can spread a rumour. If I click on Linda, for example, which is the one that people don't really like? Linda doesn't like him. She doesn't like these two guys because she doesn't like men. Tara likes everybody pretty much. Doesn't accept gay people because Linda's there. And Adrian, pretty much these two don't like gay people. So Linda's probably the. I'm not going to use the word weak link because that's not the right term. Certainly not. But she's the one that either people have the most problem with. Or that she's got a problem with other people. So you could spread a rumour, for example, that she is, I don't know, she did some activism, and she was member of the, or spoke at a rally for the, I don't know, local association for mechanics, I don't know, maybe firefighters, and priests, maybe. If I did that, assuming they believe this rumour, the priest in our group, Scott, I believe, yes, Scott, will probably end up liking her a little bit more. Yeah, so you can see, I'm not going to spread that rumour just yet. I'm going to keep that under my hat because you can only spread one per day, and it's only 7 in the morning. Probably far too early for rumours. So, let's end the turn anyway, and see what happens, because we're still on that previous objective or previous orders. Let's go to the next page. So, house 6, Chestnut Place. Same place as we always were. Adrian and Tara took some time out to trade fighting techniques. They're both feeling more capable and confident. Tara ate a snack. We found a snack in the living room. So obviously while Tara was munching on like a, I don't know, some sort of power bar, she walked in and saw one on the bench. We found a can of gasoline in the living room and a base. What? Why was a can of gasoline in the living room? And a baseball bat and flashlight in the basement. Good. Scott prepared a small meal. He stopped preparing meals because he ran out of ingredients. That's okay. So we got a couple of meals. If we just go to my supplies, we can see we have 2 small meals. So when people start getting hungry, they can eat the small meals. We have 10 snacks, which is great. We also have a lot of other pieces of things. Like we have scrap, we have bar of soap, butter knives, flashlight. If you can see, look at that. Quietness is maximum. Well, obviously, it's a torch. It's not loud. Light isn't exactly noisy. What else have we got? We've got 2 cans of gasoline for whatever reason. We also have a chess set for, you know, you can play chess. You also have deck of playing cards. You can play cards. It'll keep them occupied. Anyway, let's go back to our orders. So Scott is idle. Scott's finished because Scott was actually making food. What can we get Scott doing? Let's have a quick look at Scott. He's not especially useful at anything. Now, the thing is, there's one thing that you can do in the game that that you might think is a little bit over the top, and that's that the game is about survival, but you don't have to have all of these survive. If I wanted to, if someone's causing a problem, for example, Scott isn't really very useful, but he does need to eat, and he's probably going to eat snacks. He also doesn't like Adrian, and people don't, these 2 here don't like Scott. If Scott wasn't here, that might improve relationships somewhat. Same as Linda, we could probably do the same to Linda and then everybody would be a happy family. And this is a valid way of thinking because it even says on the game's website that that's something that you can do and are sometimes encouraged to do. If I, for example, go Scott, what's Scott's icon? Is a washer. I could just say, see that building? Go and assault that building. Go and assault the building. He will probably die, right? He'll still go and do it because you've ordered him to do it. But he's a priest, and if you don't give him any equipment, he's probably going to get eaten. That's like a sacrificial pawn. I've never done it really, but it is a valid thing as far as I'm aware, and something that, like I say, is on the website to say that, you know, survival's harsh, the game's harsh, deal with it. Like I say, this game is harsh, you know, those of a nice happy nature, or don't want to take the hard choices, need not apply. Anyway, I just showed you a little option there for exploring, and I think we'll do that actually. Let's go to Tara, because Tara is the police officer, which means she's pretty much good at everything. So we'll take Tara off looking for searching for food and ingredients. In fact, we're going to take that food and ingredients, we're going to change it to anything useful. But we're going to send Tara over to this building here. And in fact, what is that building? If I click on it, it's a hotel. Okay, what's down here? That's a library. I'm going to go to the library because it's closer. I'm going to get her to search the library. Actually, I digress a moment. You see there's like an X there? There's probably very hard to see, but there's an X on there. That means that there's been a zombie spotted. I've got someone on lookout, and they've just spotted one zombie. Nothing to really, be worried about at the moment, but we have, there's a zombie there. When they start piling up, then we can get worried. But there's a zombie around. Anyway, going back to the investigation, we can see that I've got her moving along. You can click on these tokens and move them to any building you want. So I'm going to click on the library. Well, put the token on the library. You can click and drag and, move more people. You could do that if you really wanted to. Not a good idea. Let's put them all back there. Put Tara back on there. And actually, I've cancelled all of the options for this. Let's put Adrian and Dennis on searching. We'll have Linda modifying an item, which I haven't done before. We're going to focus on just anything. She'll modify it and do as best she can. And we'll get, I don't know, we'll get barricade entrances. We'll get Scott watching for zombies, which isn't really good because he's not really good at anything. Anyway, so Tara even, we've told her to investigate. If I click on the investigate bit, the blue bit, we can see we open up another option here. We have 3 options at the top. Investigate. Tara will approach the library, count zombies and entrances and report back. We have breach, which is Tara will occupy the library, killing any zombies that get in the way. And then we have assault. She will attack zombies in and around the library without entering before heading back. So that's more of a clear out the area for weak people to get in. Breach is more just charge in, take the area, and investigate is that's what we're going to do. That's to just scout out, see what's around there. We can give her some items. We can, we have to give her some items to carry to move out. We don't have to, but it's always it's probably beneficial to, because she is going outside. We might want to give her some help. We're going to give her a baseball bat, just in case something comes up. We see we have a weight here. You can only carry a certain amount. We'll give her some. We'll give her just a baseball bat, and I probably don't need to give her anything else. In fact, do I give a flashlight? I don't know. I'll give her the flashlight because that's for. No, we need something for investigate. Do I have anything for investigate? Really? It doesn't say investigate on the flashlight, but I imagine it might help out. We're going to give her it anyway. So, there's that's the, she's going to go investigate, she's going to take the baseball bat and the flashlight, so we can just close that. And Tara is moving, which shows us that she's actually moving to the area, and that's it done. So we will end the turn. There we go, and it's now 9 AM. The library. The library at 4 Lara Court is a medium-sized building with around 9 rooms. It has 2 doors and 8 windows leading in from the outside. Hopefully there are just some good books lying around that we can study. Tara scouted on the perimeter using a flashlight, so she counted 0 zombies, so it tells you what you use and such. This is why I like this diary thing, because it's very specific in what's happened and what's being used, and it gives you a lot of feedback, and a good story as well. She counted 0 zombies outside. Peering through the window, she saw 8 zombies inside. That's a problem. And in the house, Linda is modifying a handgun. I hope she knows what she's doing. Tara returned from her recon of the library. So she went there and she came back. If you moved to say the other side of the map, she would actually spend a couple of turns moving there and coming back. But because it was right next door, it was, right there. It was really quick. Adrian and Dennis found a screwdriver in the basement. Well, their hour was pretty good, wasn't it? Spent an hour finding a screwdriver. Well done, guys. Anyway, so Tara is back. I'm going to... No, Tara is tinkering. If I right-click, what's she doing? Let's have a quick look. She is doing what? Oh, she's tinkering. Because she's just idling, for example, she will just do things like tinker or walk around. She's doing her own little thing. You can just leave it on that. In fact, because she's been outside, we'll probably not assign anything to her. If I right-click, you can actually see that Scott's got a flashlight. I believe I have... Do I have 2 flashlights? Let's have a quick look. If I go to supplies, we can see we have... all of these in red is what we have. The ones in grey are what we have but what we're using. So 2 pieces of scrap and a flashlight and a screwdriver are being used. Linda is got a handgun and a screwdriver. So she's obviously modifying that. And Scott is using the flashlight, obviously, to search for zombies. So you can see what they're using and that sort of thing. I really like that. Anyway, everybody's got orders. I think we can end the turn there. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, next page. House 6, Chestnut Place. Adrian and Dennis found a crowbar in the basement. Adrian and Dennis found a switchblade in the basement. Scott reported that the house is surrounded by a small number of zombies. He added that the noise level of the house is low. Hopefully the zombies won't be interested. Linda's made some progress on the modifications to the handgun. Linda has made some progress on the modifications to the handgun. I don't know what she's doing with it. I think she's just strapping a screwdriver to it. Almost all rooms in the house have been searched. So our search is on 86%. I think we will just leave it as is. In fact, no. Let's put Tara on barricading ends. Do I want to put on barricading entrances? No, I do not. I want to actually get her searching this building. Let's get Tara and send her over there. She's going to investigate the hotel. And we're going to give her the baseball bat again. In fact, which is best? The baseball bat. Yeah, the baseball bat's a bit better for just charging around because it's not as quiet as the switchblade, but it is better at close combat. And I think that'll do it. Yeah, she's going to investigate the what is this place? A hotel, was it? I believe it was a hotel. Yes, hotel. So we're going to get her to search the hotel out, and we can end the turn there. Oh, that's a nice noise. That's not a good noise. Okay, 11 AM, the hotel, 11 Bison Place. The hotel at 12 Bison Place even. 12 Bison Place is a large building with around 21 rooms. It has 4 doors and 26 windows leading from the outside. That actually is important. Pretty much everything that it tells you here, it's not just story, it's also important. So if I went to that hotel and tried to, for example, board it up, I'm guessing it would take quite a while. It's got 26 windows and 4 doors. In fact, 26 windows, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Very clever. Oh no, and there's ones around the outside there. Nah, you failed. I'm guessing it's just a generic picture. I don't think it's like I say, it's randomly generated. It's nothing to do with the picture. That's just a representation. Anyway, yes, Tara says she's looking forward to a good rest. Tara scouted out around the perimeter of the hotel. She counted 0 zombies outside. Peering through the windows, she saw 11 zombies inside. However, back at the house, our 6 Chestnut Place, Adrian found a packet of painkillers in the bathroom. Tara returned from her recon from the hotel, which is good. Despite Scott spotting zombies, they were caught off guard. Thanks, Scott. A zombie burst through a door leading to the living room. Tara took command of the fight and led Linda into the basement. Dennis and Scott and Adrian were unimpressed with Tara's plan and did not follow, instead seeking refuge in the main bedroom. Most of the fighting took place in the kitchen. Dennis chopped the zombie's head with a switchblade after slicing its left leg. They got them all. So zombies did charge in, or at least one did, and we managed to kill them all, which is good. Adrian is idle. Dennis is tinkering. Tara is exercising. I'm not going to do anything with Tara yet because she's been a bit busy, running around the town. However, I am going to clean up corpses with Adrian because we don't want corpses lying around. It attracts rats and such and cockroaches. It's not very nice, is it, to have them around. We will also have to see what Dennis can do. Dennis is tinkering. What is Dennis good at? Dennis is good at creating a distraction because he's our musician, isn't he? Our musician friend. Yes. How is our relationships going? They're actually not too bad. I'm going to... What is Linda's job anyway? She's a mechanic. So, what is Linda doing? She's currently modifying an item. That's quite good. That's okay. We could put Tara with her, and we could put Dennis. I'm going to put Dennis with her because... Dennis... which one is it? Is it... Yes, she's uncomfortable around men, so I'm going to put them working together. This might go bad because, they don't really like each other. It can also, I believe it can forge bonds as well. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we got corpses 1, as you can see on there now. That's because we got a dead zombie. I'm going to end the turn. So, House 6, Chestnut Place. Dennis is modifying a baseball bat. Don't know what he's doing to it. Probably just making a sawn-off baseball bat. Linda's created a steady handgun. Is now better at shooting at long distance. Excellent. So she's taped the screwdriver on the, like, sort of bottom of it to make, like, a wrist mount on it, and it is now using it as, like, a double-handed pistol-y thing. Okay, that's weird. Adrian moved all the cops from the kitchen. Next page. All cops have been removed from the house. Dennis and Linda became frustrated with each other while modifying the item. That's not good. If we just click on our relationships, yes, look, it's degraded. So, I don't think we are going to get them working together. Dennis, Adrian and Tara are idle. We should really start scouting out this area here. So, let's get Tara to scout that area out there. Who else can we also scout out? Who else? What about... Adrian. Adrian can go as well. They can both scout out, and we're going to investigate. We'll give them a baseball bat and a switchblade. I think that'll do us nicely. We'll keep the handgun with the main survivors because they need all the help they can get. And the flashlight we can't use because Dennis is looking around. Is it Dennis? No. Scott's looking around. We're going to stop that because he's useless at it. I'm going to put Dennis on it. And what can we have Scott doing? Scott can... I don't really know. Patrol outside? Yeah, I'm going to patrol outside. He's got two levels on it. We can report back or we can attack zombies. He's pretty much useless for attacking zombies because he's just not very good at it. But we'll make him just report back. But you can see how this is going. You see that each person is good at different things. You have to assign different people. But if it was just that, if it was just you assigning the best people to the right task, it would be pretty easy. The real sort of the real sort of difficulty comes when you have to work together on something, but then people have different relationships, and that's where the sticking point is, and that's where it becomes quite interesting, because you have to figure out who works well together, but also who is good at the task you set them, because you might assign a task to someone who isn't great at it, but at least they're going to work well with the other people doing it. So, you know, you have to really think about it. Anyway, let's end the turn. Oh, that didn't look good. Scott is infected. Turns out those the what? Contusions weren't so benign. We could kill him now. If we let him live, he'll drain our medical supplies, not to mention he could turn on us. What do you think we should do? This is a dilemma. This is something that'll pop up in the game from time to time, and you've got two options. I will choose to kill Scott. Boom. Okay, here we go. Lots of options here. Well, lots of reading here. House 6, Chestnut Place. Linda is modifying a frying pan. What's she doing to it? I don't know. Scott took painkillers to deal with his injuries. He'll be able to function better for 6 hours. The effect should also slow the course of his infection in Scott. Scott was attacked by a zombie while on patrol. He took care of them. He struck a zombie in the head with a butter knife, killing it instantly. Bloody hell, that's a... I mentioned earlier about the butter knife being used for this. I can just see him going, oh, it's hitting the zombie and its head just exploding. Like the whole Indiana Jones, like, shoots someone that goes through 3 people. That joke probably went over 5 people's heads. Or that reference, should I say, not a joke. Calling that a joke. Anyway, he struck a zombie in the head with a butter knife, killing it instantly. Scott received small cuts and tears and some bruising. Scott stopped his patrol because of the attack. Scott got infected. Turned out, though, those contusions weren't so benign. We killed him. Dennis and Linda were generally happy with the decision. Dennis and Linda, yes. This is where the, again, the whole relationship thing comes in, because they didn't really like him in the first place, and there was a bit of conflict between them. Now, they really don't care that he's dead. Anyway, we've searched out the diner, 9 Bison Place. The diner is 9 Bison Place, a small building around 6 rooms. It has 3 doors, 7 windows leading in from the outside. Adrian is looking forward to preparing a heavy meal. Adrian and Tara scouted around the perimeter of the diner. They scouted 0 zombies outside. Peering through the window, they saw 5 zombies inside. That's okay. So, let me just click on our relationship. We can see there is we've got different coloured icons here. These ones mean they're travelling. These icons where they're sort of greyed out, and that's why that picture's the greyed out. When they're like a sepia colour, it's like they're doing other things as well. When they've got blood on, it means that they are they've been wounded. When they've got a blood fade, it also means they've had wounded, but they're getting over it. If I just right click on, just see anything that what they're doing. He's got a flashlight. And she's got a frying pan and a screwdriver. If I just click on each one, I'm going to cycle through them just to check a couple of things. They're fine and they're fine. If there's any minuses, they'll pop up here and tell you like different things, like what's happened. Let me just click on Linda. Linda looks like she's looks like she's getting over that, actually. Look, we've got, like, this line here. We've got, like, her, you know, like a couple of dotted lines. Well, the dotted lines here, but it's still green, so she's not too bothered about that. But the lines are quite strong now. There's only really Linda, and, well, I was going to say, again, Linda is the problem, but that's not the right term, because there's just these aren't the things that the relationships aren't problems. It's just prejudices, like, you know, prejudices between them. So obviously she doesn't like men, so that's why she doesn't like him, and he doesn't like gay people, I believe. Yeah, so we could probably spread a rumor about Linda to sort of help this out. Spread a rumor. What do these like? Dennis is a musician and Adrian is a firefighter. What if I spread a rumor about activism and she's a member of the local association concerned about mechanics, musicians, and firefighters? If I spread that rumor, these two might actually, because he's a firefighter and he's a musician, these might be a bit more sympathetic towards her and, you know, actually be a bit more friendly. Let's try it anyway. Anyway, we have, what have we got to do? We've got a couple of people doing things. These two are travelling. Linda is, what's Linda doing? They're not really doing anything. Let's have a quick look. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there, actually. We'll let them idle. So, end the turn. Back to our house. A rumour spread around the group. Apparently Linda was something of an activist. She was a member of the local association for concerned mechanics, musicians, and firefighters. On hearing the rumour, Adrian and Dennis became close to Linda. Tara was indifferent. Linda created an expert frying pan. It's now better at preparing meals. What is an expert frying pan? I'm trying to imagine what that would be. Is it just a frying pan that's always hot? Or always has oil in it or something? Adrian and Tara returned from the recon of the dinner at 9 Bison Place. Excellent. So if we just click on our people, we can see that the relationships are a little bit better. Yeah, they're not bad at all. Anyway, let's do something probably a little bit stupid. Let's click on them all, and we're going to move them all to there. There we go. They're all going to move over there. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to get in that building, and it's probably best to move now before I start making things in that building. So, they're all going to assault that. If I go to investigate, I'm going to change that to breach. We want to get in there and take it out. So, we're going to put all of these things in, all of the weapons. We're going to take all of them. We're also going to take the cooking ingredients and the meals and the snacks. And we're also going to take a flashlight, the expert frying pan, probably the screwdriver. In fact, can we just take them all? Deck of playing cards, crowbar, bar of soap, butter knife, cans of gasoline, and chess set. No, we can't. We can't take them all because we've 20.95, but we only have 21. So we'll leave the chess set and the cans of gasoline, I think. And I think that will do us. So we will just end the turn. And there we go. The diner. Dennis, Linda, Adrian, and Tara approached the diner with the intention of breaking in. They had to spend some time trying to find a way and increasing the risk of the confrontation. They headed straight through the front door, leading to the first storeroom. When they came to getting inside, the crowbar proved very useful. So again, equipment that I have will help me out. There were no zombies inside the first storeroom. We can hear half a dozen, maybe more, scrambling outside the room. It doesn't look like there are any zombies outside the diner. So we're now inside the diner. Let's, the breaching, so I don't really have an option to do anything here, so I'm just going to end the turn. End the turn there. Oh, that isn't good. Linda is infected. Turns out those lacerations weren't so benign, we could kill her now. If we let her live, she'll drain our medical supplies, not to mention, could turn on us. Now, again, I have the option to kill her, or let her live. Now, I'm going to pick the kill, because I'm playing this really hard. This is another thing as well. You can play it how you want. If you want to play it really harsh and really cutthroat, you can. If you want to make people survive, then that's up to you as well. You can put a bit of a role-playing thing into it. In fact, just on that subject, how I actually found this game was I was actually reading. I play a certain number of RPGs, like pen and paper ones, as well as a couple of board games, and one's called Last Night on Earth, which is a board game about zombies and survival, and I saw this game and went, hang on, that looks very similar to that, I wonder if it is. It's actually nothing like it at all, but that's how I found out about it. Anyway, I digress. Linda ate a snack. Good. And then, she got killed, I'm guessing. Dennis, Linda, Adrian, and Tara were still trying to clear out the remaining zombies inside the diner. There were a few zombies outside the place. Most of the fighting took place in the first storeroom. Linda smashed 2 zombies with a baseball bat. Oh, she's gone down fighting. And Adrian sliced 3 zombies with a switchblade. Oh, I'm gonna cut you, man. Gonna cut you good. They got them all. Excellent. Linda received small cuts and tears. Linda became frustrated with everybody after the battle because Linda really didn't like people, or didn't like men anyway. Linda got infected. Turned out the lacerations were so benign, and we killed her. Tara and Adrian Dennis generally happy with the decision. Just checking out the happiness between everybody. They pretty much like each other. There's no real problem here. Dennis F it says he claims to be racist. He just doesn't like the look of some people. It doesn't say what them people are, but you can guess what type of people he doesn't like. Where he's where his racism is sort of pointed towards. You can generally see by the portraits and the biographies what type of people he doesn't like. But since we haven't got them any more people he doesn't like in the party, it says he doesn't like the look of some people. But we can see all the lines are pretty much happy between everybody, which is fine. That's okay. We've got a good working team now. I mean, we have, 2 people have been, pretty much murdered by these people, but, we're not going to judge them. Like I say, it is quite a harsh game. Right, so we've got 3 people in the diner. I am going to get Adrian to clean up corpses. I'm going to have Dennis watch out for zombies. And I'm going to have Tara search for anything useful. And we will end the turn there. Oh, that didn't sound good. Aha! The diner. Tune in your radio to 548.13 and contact us at the evac time. Tara found a note printed on the door. Contains information about a rescue operation. She tore out the relevant details. Tara, Dennis and Adrian are getting along better after the discovery. Tara found a butter knife in the kitchen. Just a butter knife. Is that all you found? Tara found a butter knife, a saucepan and a wooden spoon in the kitchen. Adrian moved all corpses from the dining area. He's now cleaning up in the first storeroom. Tara notes there were no working showers at the diner. Well, I wouldn't expect so because it's a diner. They're still doing their jobs. I'm just going to keep ending the turn there, I think. So, we're actually getting close to night time. Dennis and Adrian ate 2 snacks. It's getting dark outside. There we go. We need to be more vigilant. Tara found a wooden spoon in the kitchen. Let's just end the turn again. Keep searching. Adrian and Dennis ate 2 snacks. Tara found a carving knife in the kitchen. Tara found a chess set and 2 snacks in the dining area. Tara says a quarter of the rooms are now being searched. Let's end the turn again. Diner. Dennis made a backhand comment to Adrian. Oh, not good. Tara ate a snack. Tara found a can of gasoline and a snack at the dining area. Why gasoline? Why is the gasoline everywhere in this place? We found 3 cans of gasoline now. Adrian moved all corpses from the storeroom. All corpses are now being removed from the diner. Dennis reported that the diner is surrounded by a small number of zombies. He added that the noise level at the diner is low. Hopefully it won't be. Zombies won't be interested. You can see actually things are getting a little bit darker now because, the time's getting... the time's changing as well. Anyway, Adrian is idle. I'm going to get him focusing. I'm going to cancel all these. We need to... What should we do, actually? We've searched this clue, actually, so we can get rid of it. You can right-click anywhere on the map, and you can remove the marks and notes. So you can right-click and add a solid circle as your next target, etc. I'm just going to close that down. What are the places we've got to search here? We've got a hospital, we've got a school, we've got a factory, we've got stores, etc. I'm going to keep searching here, so... Search location, Adrian, Tara, and Dennis. They can all get on with it, actually. We need to keep searching in here. We'll keep going. Oh, the diner. That's a handgun. Tara and Dennis have been getting along so well that everyone in the diner is feeling closer. Adrian ate a snack. We found a baseball bat, a cricket bat, a fire axe, and a flashlight, and a shotgun in the first storeroom. Do I want to know why that's in the... That's all in the diner. We found 32 9mm rounds, a flashlight, a handgun in the second storeroom, and a packet of painkillers in the bathroom. Adrian says almost all rooms are now being searched. That's good. Let me just go to where we're going to go to. No, we can still search. No, we'll still keep going. That doesn't sound good. Dennis ate a snack. Adrian found a deck of playing cards in the dining area. All rooms in the diner have now been searched. Dennis and Adrian did some group exercise together. Let me check on the relationship. Oh, look how strong that is. Excellent. Oh, there we go. They've got some pluses. Tougher. They're exercising. Urgh. And he's also got... They're getting tougher. So we got some pluses here. Excellent. Exercising. Good. Pretty much these guys are okay. This is actually... one of the better plays I've ever had. Right. We can see the thing is 100% searched. I am going to... just leave them idle for the night. I'm just going to keep ending the turn for the night. Dennis ate a snack. Couldn't find a shower, so he splashed water on his face. At least he's clean. He is grateful for the soap, because we do have some soap. In fact, let me watch for zombies. We'll put Adrian on zombie watch, just in case. Keep ending the turn here. That doesn't sound good. Wednesday. Next day, nothing happened. Okay, there we go. We'll just keep ending the turn now. The diner. Dennis made a backhand comment to Adrian. Tara ate a snack. Dennis finished playing a game of solitaire. He says, feels mentally refreshed. Excellent. I'm just going to keep ending the turn until it gets light. Tara and Adrian have been getting along so well that everybody at the diner is feeling closer. Adrian reported there are no zombies outside the diner. He added that the noise level in the diner is low. Hopefully zombies won't be interested. So we just keep quiet. We'll be okay. Tara and Dennis ate 2 snacks. Tara and Adrian ate a small meal and a snack. I like eating stuff. Sun's coming up. It'll be easy to spot zombies. And the diner. Dennis ate a small snack. Adrian reported that the diner is surrounded by a small number of zombies. Said the noise level of the diner is low. What I'm going to do now is do something a bit reckless. This is our hospital. I am going to assault it. In fact, no, what's that down there? That's a warehouse. Let's assault that. Take them all. Click on that. We are not going to investigate it. We are going to breach it. We're going to take all of our weapons and such. This is what annoys me, right? This is one of the things that needs to be fixed in the game, in my opinion. I've got all these rounds. I have to manually click on them all, right? That's 60 odd rounds. I'm having to click on every single one. Please, please make that really should be changed. That's, having to go through that is really annoying. Let me take the medicine and the cooking ingredients. We're going to take the flashlight, we'll take all the flashlights, in fact. See, it's okay on these when you've got 2 or 3, but when you've got like 60 odd rounds, 65 rounds, you have to click on them manually. That's really annoying. I can understand the need for it just because you want to alter your weight, but surely there'd be right click to move 10. Oh, I apologize. You can right click to move 10. I apologize profusely. That's okay then. Well, I guess leveling comments that was totally uncalled for. Again, I apologise. Right, anyway, let's take the frying pan. We will take the 1 deck of playing cards. We'll take the crowbars. We will take... Oh, we can't take any more than that. Is that about right? Bar of soap, crowbar, frying pan, flashlights. Yeah, I think that'll do us. A fire axe will be quite good, actually, but in fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of the flashlight and we'll take a fire axe. How much is a fire axe? Quite heavy, in fact. I need to drop something. What if I leave some of the baseball bats behind? We don't need all these baseball bats. We're going to keep a cricket bat for the Shaun of the Dead moments, and we're going to take the fire axe for knocking down stuff. Stereos are all right for making lots of noise. You can actually use them to blast noise and stuff. We'll take... What else do we want to take? Wooden spoons, pieces of scrap. We can't. Carving knife. Yeah, we'll take another carving knife. Butter knives maybe. What else can we take? Anything? Anything? No, we're done. Okay, so let's go. End the turn, and we're going to salt the area. Warehouse. 2 Tanya Court. Warehouse at 3 Tanya Court. A small building with around 6 rooms. It has 5 doors, 11 windows leading into the farm from the outside. It should contain a cache of tools. Agent Dennis Tower approached the warehouse with the intention of breaking in. It was an easy place to get access to, so they didn't have to spend much time finding a way inside. They headed to a balcony on the first floor leading to the loading dock. When it came to getting inside, the fire axe proved useful. That's why I took it along. We cleared the room, taking down 2 zombies. It sounds like there are only a handful of zombies wandering around in here. Small mob is gathering outside the warehouse. So they're just breaching the area. So we're just going to put them in. Well, that doesn't sound good. Agent Tara and Dennis are still trying to clear out the remaining zombies inside the warehouse. Small mob had gathered outside the place. 2 doors leading to the main storeroom were breached by 2 zombies. Most of the fighting took place in the loading dock. Adrian shot 2 zombies with a shotgun. Tara shot 2 zombies with a handgun. Meanwhile, in the storeroom, Adrian blasted 2 zombies with a shotgun. They got them all. There you go. So we've now taken over the storeroom, and obviously we're going to search. I'm not going to go any further, to be honest, because we really could continue on, actually, going further and etc. And I don't know how far I'll get. It could last for another 3 hours or so. And this is a preview video after all, and I really wanted to show you this game. My thoughts on it are actually quite good. I really approve of this game. I think it's quite different. I really like the way it's told with this diary idea. I like that it's not focused around just killing things and violence. It's actually about survival. But although it can be quite, deadly. I know we have actually, murdered 2 people and such. The way the characters interact with each other, with the relationships, and the fact that all this is random. That's what I really like. The fact that the map is randomized, the town's randomized, items, etc. The relationships are randomized. The people that you get are randomized with all their skills. I just really like it. I think it's a real solid game. As regards to things, comments to level at it, the only comments I really have negative, and not really a negative, more of a personal thing really, is that it is quite difficult. It is very, very difficult. I mentioned this earlier, and that is for good or ill how it is. And if you want an easy game, then this might not be it. But you do have to think. It also can be, sometimes it can feel quite random at times. That's probably the main sort of comment I can level at it, that sometimes something will happen and you're like, well, why did that happen? And it might, I don't know whether it's just a randomness of the game, like a random encounter, or whether it's something happened and I wasn't told, because one thing that the game doesn't do is it doesn't give you all of the information at once. It's a case of, if you find out the information, fine. If you don't, then it's just not going to tell you. So, for example, if 30 zombies burst in, it might be because I just didn't spot them, or that I wasn't even searching in the first place. But sometimes it can be quite random. Also, the whole point of this this sort of scenario is that I have to find these clues. So I have a radio and I have the frequency. That's what I've found. But that's it. The rest's random. Seriously, looking around, I have to search all of these buildings. Like, for example, I would probably mark that with a circle, mark that with a circle, remove that one, because I've searched these buildings. So you have to keep a track on what you've searched, but to be honest, you could be lucky and find them in the first 6 buildings. Then again, you could probably search 90% of them and then fail because you just haven't found one last bit. And it is random. There's no real clue jumping from one place to the next, or at least that I've encountered. That, you could class that as criticism, I don't know. Either way, I enjoy it, and I think that's the main thing. It is enjoyable, and it's, like I say, it is a thinking man's game, or thinking man and woman's game. You have to, assign different people to it. They have different strengths and weaknesses, and it is good. It is interesting. It is amusing. I would recommend. I do recommend it. If you like that sort of thing, if you like, survival games, this may be one for you. I enjoy it. I think it's quite good. It's very different, but it's not different as in, it's a quirky different. It's different, and it's done well. I think that's the best thing I can say about it, really. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's been quite a slow one, but that's just part of the course of this type of game. It's a survival game after all. Try to explain it as best as possible. The best thing to do is, if you are interested in the game, links in the description for the game's website and such. And there is, I'll put a link in the description for the full online manual that I would recommend you at least browse before you even play. Obviously, assuming you've got to this point, which I'm guessing you haven't just skipped here, I hopefully give you enough information to at least play yourself, and hopefully I've explained the game enough for you to actually be able to play it. Maybe without reading the manual, but I would, that does give you a lot of information that you might find useful. And a lot of knowledge goes a long way in this one. A little knowledge goes a long way. A lot of knowledge goes even further, I guess. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.